The Valerian sat alone in the corner of the cafeteria, her iridescent wings folded tight against her back, trying to make herself as small as possible. Her name was Lisa's, and every morning at the Intergalactic Academy station, the same ritual of humiliation began. "Look at the little butterfly," Krex sneered, his massive Dravian frame casting a shadow over her table. His scaled hands reached out and yanked one of her wings, forcing it to extend painfully. The delicate membrane tore slightly, and Lisa's bit back a cry. James watched from across the cafeteria, his jaw clenched. He'd seen this happen too many times over the past 3 weeks. The Dravians were the apex predators of this sector, 7 feet tall, armored scales, claws that could rend steel. They came from a death world where only the strongest survived, and they brought that mentality everywhere they went. Why doesn't someone stop them? James muttered to his friend Chun. "Because they're Dravians," Chun replied quietly. "Station security won't touch them. Their homeworld is too politically important, and everyone else is too scared." James was about to stand when a voice cut through the cafeteria like a blade through silk. "Hey, lizard breath. Let her go." Every head turned. Anna stood 5 feet away from Krex, her arms crossed, her brown eyes burning with barely contained fury. She was small by human standards, barely 5'4", and looked absolutely minuscule next to the towering Dravian. Her auburn hair was pulled back in a practical ponytail, and she wore the standard Academy jumpsuit like armor. Krex released Lisa's wing and turned slowly, a grin spreading across his reptilian features. "A human. How quaint. Don't you know your species is considered soft? Weak? You have no claws, no scales, no natural weapons." He took a step toward her. "Your prey pretending to be predators." Anna didn't move. "Funny thing about humans," she said conversationally. "We didn't evolve with weapons. We evolved to make them. But right now, I don't need any." Krex laughed, a deep, rumbling sound that made several nearby students flinch. "You think you can fight me, little human? My people conquered 6 star systems before yours even achieved spaceflight. And my people walked on our moon before we even knew aliens existed," Anna replied. "We didn't do it because we had thick skin or sharp teeth. We did it because we don't know when to quit." The Dravian's grin faded. "Last warning, human. Walk away." Anna's response was to step closer. "Make me." What happened next would be replayed on Academy security footage for years to come. Studied in xenobiology classes as an example of human combat capability, Krex lunged, claws extended, moving with the speed that made Dravians feared across 3 sectors. But Anna was already inside his reach, stepping diagonally into the attack rather than away from it. Her elbow struck his throat with surgical precision, not hard enough to kill, but hard enough to make him gasp. While he was stunned, she grabbed his extended arm, pivoted on her heel, and used his own momentum to flip him. 7 feet of armored predator crashed into the cafeteria floor with a sound like a shuttle landing. The cafeteria went silent. Krex's 2 friends, Vorg and Thax, recovered from their shock and moved to flank her. Anna's expression never changed. She watched them with the cold calculation of an apex predator, which confused them. Humans weren't supposed to look at Dravians that way. "Your friend made a mistake," Anna said calmly. "Don't compound it." Vorg attacked from her left, but she was already moving. She ducked under his swing, drove her fist into his solar plexus with enough force to crack armor, and followed up with a kick to his knee. The joint bent backward with a sickening crunch. He went down howling. THX was smarter. He circled, looking for an opening, his training evident in his stance. Anna gave him a thin smile. "You're military trained. Good, this might actually be fun." They engaged in a flurry of strikes and blocks that would have impressed any combat instructor. But where Thax relied on strength and natural weapons, Anna relied on technique, leverage, and something else, a relentless, almost disturbing willingness to absorb damage to deliver her own. She took a slash across her forearm that drew blood, but used the opening to strike his eye ridge. She let him grab her, then used her smaller size to twist out of his grip and deliver a devastating strike to his temple. When he finally fell, there was respect in his eyes, Krex had recovered and was rising to his feet, rage distorting his features. "You dare?" "I dare," Anna interrupted, walking toward him with deliberate steps. "And here's what you're going to understand. That girl you've been tormenting? She's under human protection now. You touch her again, you look at her wrong, you even think about her, and I'll be back. And next time, I won't be gentle. This isn't over." "Human," Krex snarled, nursing his injured pride. Anna leaned in close, her voice dropping to a whisper that somehow carried through the silent cafeteria. "Oh, but it is. Because here's what you don't understand about humans. We're persistence hunters. We're pack animals. We hold grudges. And we have this irritating habit of adopting things we consider worth protecting." She gestured toward Lisa's. "She's one of ours now. And we protect our own with an intensity that your species uses to conquer worlds." She straightened up and addressed the entire cafeteria. "Anyone else want to test the soft, weak humans?" No one moved. Anna walked over to Lisa's, who was staring at her with wide, tear-filled eyes. "You okay?" Anna asked gently, all traces of the fighter gone, replaced by genuine concern. Lisa's nodded mutely. "Good. From now on, you sit with us at lunch." Anna extended her hand. James approached, Chun behind him. "That was insane," James said, but he was grinning. "That was human," Anna corrected, helping Lisa's to her feet with surprising gentleness. "We might not have claws or scales or wings, but we have something better. We have each other." Over the following weeks, Lisa's wings healed. But more importantly, she learned something about humans that would change her perspective forever. They might be small, might lack natural weapons, might seem fragile compared to the galaxy's predators. But they possessed something far more dangerous than claws or fangs, an unshakable loyalty to those they decided to protect, and an absolute refusal to accept that anything was impossible. The Dravians never bothered Lisa's again. Word had spread about the human who fought 3 of their best and won. But more importantly, word spread about why she fought not for glory or territory or dominance, but for a stranger who needed help. That, the galaxy was learning, was the most dangerous thing about humans. They didn't just fight for survival. They fought for each other. They fought for principles. They fought because something was wrong and they couldn't walk away, and that made them more terrifying than any natural predator could ever be. The end.